At long last, the battle has ended. And as Ghana, your beloved country, is free forever. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, happy Independence Day to all Ghanaians. Muna muku happy Independence Day. Wannan shine the Independence edition, the 68th Independence Day celebration a Ghana. Bayan Ghana ya samu 'yancinta a hannun mulkin mallakan Turawa yau wato shekaru 68 kenan, 68 years bayan Ghana ya samu independence sa kenan. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah lokacin on the eve of independence ya yi maganganu da dama. Zuwa anjima za mu duba irin maganganu da Dr. Kwame Nkrumah Osajifo Elembele dishiye ya yi wa'annan zatutukan da ya yi, shin sun zo cikin ko kuwa daga baya an zo an rusa abinda Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ko kuwa the foundation da shi Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and the Big Six ko kuwa the freedom fighters, let me put it that way, suka samu mana wa'anda in ka duba our local anthem yace moja a yana nanom shegu ho emayen mun fahimta ko, because it means that the road to independence was really tough. It wasn't that easy. Moja a yana nanom ehwie egu ho emayen nam to the toil and blood of our forefathers. Go back to the blood and toil. Sorry, I beg your pardon. To the blood, that's the national pledge in Nankinanko. Yes. So through the blood and toil of our forefathers. Nam kamar yadda national pledge mu yake fadiwa an kadu wachkina Hausa kuma. Yeah, today I'm going to sing the local anthem in Hausa, inshallah. Mu kasa muke ga abu mai karfi gare mu, jini kakannin mun da zuba muka samu girma, sauran da ni da kai mu yi wani mun kara. Let's stop there. All right, so mun saya wurin na mun zo mu continue, don't worry. Right, come on. Yana ra asasi ni ya buo dendin mayen mojana na nanum shegu ho all right, yeah. Okay, anyway, this is the 68th Independence Day celebration. Kokwa muna 68 years after independence, and this is the independence edition of your favorite Hausa morning show, Tsarin Safiya. Kuma wannan ya zama Ramadan and ya ke my Independence Day. So bari muku barkamu da azumi, and then also congratulations to Ghana. But muzo muduba independence mun nan shin I mean mu bika abinda Dr. Kwame Nkrumah kaman kaji zatutukan Dr. Kwame Nkrumah lokacin yana wasu maganganu. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ya ce where our independence is meaningless unless it leads to the liberation of the entire African continent. Shin independence mu ya lead to the liberation of the entire African continent? Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ya yi wani magana yake cewa where there is a new Africa in the world. All right, let me try and see if I can mimic him. Wait a minute. There's a new Africa in town. There's a new Africa in the world, and that Africa is ready to show the world that after all, the black man is capable of managing their own affairs. Is the black man capable of managing their own affairs? There is a new Africa in the world, and that Africa is ready to show women. There is a new Africa in the world, and that Africa is ready to fight his own battles. Yes, sorry. So let me take that again. There is a new Africa in the world. There is a new Africa in the world, and that Africa is ready to fight his own battles and show the world that after all, the black man is capable of managing their own affairs. There's a new Africa in town. There's a new Africa in the world, and that Africa is ready to fight his own battles to show the world that after all, the black man is capable of managing his own affairs or their own affairs. Black man yana iya manage affairs in shi yau ko kuwa bai manage affairs in shi idan muka kai wani lokaci. I mean, open the phone lines and then we'll have that discussion. For the first time after independence, this time around, President John Dramani Mahama, the 2-month-old president, yace kaman we are not having that grand independence celebrations in da ake yin wato daga Independence Square the Black Star Square or regions in that case who are and grand celebrations. Why? To cut costs. So for that matter, this year's independence celebration and observation and observing the Jubilee House. That's the in the president's yake. Wurin zazo, the manya da sauransu dai zazo a abin nan, but it's not going to be like yanda ake yin shi a kowace shekara. What do you make of that? Mun zo mu kai kan wannan kuma insha Allahu. So program mu da yau batun independence because we are Ghanaians and today is abin Independence Day mu, ta haka shirin mu dai zai kunshi batun independence. Maskalo bari mu bar ku da wani independence ko kuwa national songs mu, and then we go for a quick break and come back. And when we come back, zamu delve into the issues in dilla inshallah. Kudaka ce mu. Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome to Candid Africa, truthful and unapologetic.
And show that after all, the black man is capable of managing the whole affairs. And my last warning to you is that you all should stand firm behind us so that we can prove to the world that when the African is given a chance, he can show to the world that he's somebody. We are waiting. We shall no more go back to sleep anymore. We are going to demonstrate to the world, to the other nations, young as we are, that we are prepared to lay our own foundation. As I said in the assembly just minutes ago, I made it point that we are going to see that we create our own African personality and identity. This is the only way in which we can show the world that we are ready for our own battle. But today, may I call upon you all that at this great day, let us all remember that nothing in the world can be done unless it has the purported support of God. We have done the battle, and we again rededicate ourselves not only in the struggle to emancipate other territories in Africa. Our independence is meaningless unless it is linked up with the total liberation of the African continent. And here, I will ask the band to play the Ghana national anthem. Freedom!
Say
كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. O you who have believed, decreed upon you is fasting, as it was decreed upon those before you, that you may be righteous.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Watan Ramadana ya sake dawowa, wata mai muhimmanci kwarai da gaske a rayuwar kowane musulmi.
Na'am, lokacin takawa da muke yawaita alaka da Allah da fiyayyen halitta Annabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam matakai. Wannan tana da muhimmanci kwarai da gaske a gare mu a Baina TV kamar yadda take a gare ku.
Dalilin da ya kamata ka mai da mu baitin Ramadaninka daga suhur da bude baki da lailatul qadr da abin da ke tsakani duka za mu yi muku hidima mafi fahimmi da jan hankali domin sa kawai.
Za mu kasance ma'aikatanku a Baina TV Baitin Ramadan.
We, together with a team of hardworking and intelligent minds, will keep you educated,
Informed, and most importantly, journey with you throughout this holy month of Ramadan.
Baina TV Baitin Ramadan, sahibinku na Ramadana.
Ramadan, 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 ya Habib, Ramadan.
ولقد يسرنا القرآن للذكر فهل من مدكر.
Right, masu kallo barkamu da dawowa daga hutu na dan takaitaccen lokaci. Har yanzu muna batun Independence Day, and mun zo mu bude phone lines na mu duba formally yanda ake yin wannan grand celebrations aka callin shi off, and so banda haka ku bari mu duba wato our weather reports for today. Mu fara da weather report for the day, and let's see what we have. What is the Independence Day weather going to look like? Okay, so barkamu da dawowa, and that's the weather now for the Independence Day kenan, yeah. And so yanzu mu duba motivational quotes. Motivational quotes mu, of course, is going to come from Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah wai Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ya ce wai action without thought is empty. Thought without action is blind. Action without thought is empty. And thought without action is blind. Perhaps wannan shine the challenges da muke face yanzu haka as a country and maybe a continent. Action without thought is empty, and thought without action is blind. We can have all the discussions in the world. We can bring all the experts so subamu the roadmaps. When we come, but if we do not take action, njiwani we enkusi aga. Beke koina. Action without thought is empty. Thought without action is blind. On that note, kowani, you see, ndaka take action. Ya kamata a ce kai tunanin action nan da zaka take. Action gan da zan taking ga. Idan ya fa, what is the sakamako? Mun fahimta ko? Me zai kawo? Well, Nkrumah is even saying that if you take an action and you don't think about the action before taking it, it is actually empty, because it's literally empty. That call me, because it's something which is not planned. So you'll just be doing kawai. Imagine it's like an engineer, a mason. They can build. Building nan da yake yin nan yana use me. Yana use building abin nan the architectural design. Da shi yake gini. So ya san na akwai bedroom, na akwai hall, na akwai kitchen, na akwai door, na akwai window. Shine thought din nan. The house that is being built. And think about it, ake gina wannan gidan. An yi tunanin ginin na matuka ake gina shi. So it's not empty. Ba wai anything just like that ana dai yi kawai an tashi ana dai gini. Me za ka yi? Hakan Nkrumah ya ce thought without action is blind. It doesn't exist. You can't see it. Idan kai tunani, just like our leaders do, sooner tunani, we'll do this, or wanna do this, we want to do this, we want to do this, we want to do it. But when it comes to implementation, the action is not there. We are not implementing it. In Nkrumah way, it is also like what's blind. So you see, action and planning, the thoughts, the plotting, the planning and plotting, and the action, the doing, they move together. Before you do, you have to plan. And if you plan, you gotta do it. Move for him to these two things suna move together. Spices ne suna da rai ne cikin abinci. In guda ya bace, abincin ba zai yi dadi ba. Ko miyan ba zai yi dadi ba. Ta haka before kai komai, ya kamata kai tunanin abin. Sa'annan kuma idan kai kyakkyawan tunani, ka je kai bacci, ka take action. Kai aikin. In ji Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, where action without thoughts is empty. Thought without action is blind. So in kai tunani wani abu, you have to freaky be on your feet and start the doing. Take action. But anytime you want to take action, make sure you plan and plot thoroughly before you take one action there, so they move together. Planning and plotting and then action. You can't take an action without planning, or you don't have to take an action without planning. And then also when you plan and you don't do, shima bazai yield results ba. Thank you, Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. So that is the motivational quote for today. We'll move straight to the health tip segment. Muje muduba health tip da muke rike da shi yau da safe bi idnillah.
Shin kun taɓa tunanin amfani da kwayan faya wato avocado seed don sauƙaƙa matsalar haila mai tsananin zafi? Zauna baya, shakata, kuma ku koyi wannan magani mai ban mamaki. Yana da sauki fiye da yadda kuke tunani. Cire kwayan daga faya kuma ki yayyanka kullum ƙanana-ƙanana. Ki auna ruwa kofi 1.5, sai ki tafasa ruwan da kwayan fayan da kika yayyanka a kwano, sai ki bar shi ya wuce kamar minti 10 zuwa 15. Bayan haka za ki samu avocado tea, ainihin magani da zai dace da al'ada. Ki sha kofi 1 da safe, 1 da yamma. Wannan zai sauƙaƙa matsalar haila mai tsananin zafi. Sunana Malam Fari.
Abanan yamfa abanan sayale ba we de ye de aduane no na de aduaba no asayale. You understand? So shi pa din seed payan mun fahimta ko shi ma wani sirri da ke tare da shi kenan. Good. So yanzu za mu duba the question of the day segment where we're going to open the phone lines. Da ana zuwa Independence Day haka zaka gan cewa yara na school da polisai da soji da kowa mun fahimta ko da kowa the general public ana haduwa ne daga Independence Day daga Independence Square, sorry, ko Black Star Square. Daga baya gwamnati ya Akufo-Addo suka ce a'a za mu je round da shi. Aka fara ana zuwa aje Tamale, kuma sai ana ta yawo da shi, aka yawo da Independence ga. John Dramani Mahama, the 2-month-old president, ya ce kaman za a doki wannan nan ya zama kaman wani bashi ake sa kasan, kuma kasan na bukatan kudi a yi ababe. For that matter nan ba za a yi irin wannan celebration nan da ake yin kowace shekara. An ta yin wato celebration nan wani guntu kawai, wani guntun celebration ne za a ringa yi. To cikin wannan zance, Minister of State in charge of Government Communications Felix Kwachi Ofosu ya zo ya announce kaman the 68th Independence Day celebration will cost only 1/10 of the amount spent last year. Meaning kaman za save 90% of last year's budget. Ina ta mun fahimta ko wai event da aka yi shi karami za yi shi a abin nan daga Jubilee House nan yau yana reflects the commitment in gwamnati game da yanda zai kiyaye wani bata kudi da ake yi da yake magana akan shirye-shirye da gwamnati take yin. Felix Kwache Ofosu ya bayyana cewa wai wannan shiri dai an yi ne musamman don a rage bashi. Wai a baya akwai 60 contingents made up of 60 men and women each. 60 contingents made up of 60 men and women. Wato contingents ga daga services nan daban-daban da sauransu. 'Yan maza 60 da 'yan mata 60. So we are taking close to where we are taking we are taking close to, or we are talking close to 3,600 men and women and thousands of children who march. Where yanzu everything has been scaled down to a little over 500 people. That includes both security personnel and school children who will be performing. This is to ensure that we do not incur the kind of costs we did in the past. Where I can reveal to you that the celebrations to be held here on Thursday, which is Yo, will cost 1/10 of what it took to host this event in Koforidia last year. That event cost 15 million Ghana cedis. Wow. Independence Day celebration daga Koforidia da aka yi last year. Yeah, cost the state 15 million Ghana cedis. That is like $1 million. What will be held here tomorrow, which is Yaunga, will cost 1/10 of that, he stated. So Shekaduba yanzu wai 90% of that 50 million will be saved. Felix Kwache Ofosu ya ci gaba da magana cewa ragewa da aka yi ko kuwa celebration ɗin da aka kawo kasa ba zai rage muhimmancin celebration nan ba. Wato wani zai ce we are talking about Ghana's independence, but according to Felix Kwache Ofosu communications na gwamnati yake cewa wai yanda aka rage yanda ake yin shi gagarumin nan kuma za a zo a shirya shi wani dan sauki haka a Jubilee House ba zai rage muhimmancin bukin da ake yi ba. Buki na cika shekaru 68 bayan kasar Ghana ta karbi 'yancinta ko ta samu 'yancinta a hannun mulkin mallakan turawa. Shi Felix Kwache Ofosu yayi wannan magana. Where the scaled down event is no way undermined the significance of the day. The Independence Day celebration is one that President Mahama takes very seriously. He believes it must be celebrated, but in a manner that allows us to make savings that can be redirected into other areas of expenditure. Magana da ya fito da presidency kenan ko kuwa wurin shi minister of state in charge of government communications kenan. Na'am. Menene ke ra'ayinka akan wannan magana? So mu duba the question of the day. Wait. What are your thoughts on the independence celebration taking place at the Jubilee House today? Me ra'ayinka ko me ra'ayinku? 0553683010 0553683010 0553683010. Na bude phone lines, kira ka nuna mini ra'ayinka, ka gaya mun me kake tunani, me yayi tunaninka game da wanga magana. da modest celebration da za a yi don sauki haka. Simple one wanda za a yi 0553-683010 0553-683010. Kindly commute waton volume TV setting ku idan kuka kira ku yi hakuri. 0553-683010. I think we have our first caller. All right, sorry, calling a drop. 0553-683010. So, magana da yazo kenan. We last year about 15 million Ghana cedi, which is equivalent to $1 million. Kenan ko $1 million. And according to him, that I use just 10% of that 15 million. I either she program and just 10% of that 50 million, which means that kudin ya rage kwarai da gaske, just 10% of wannan kudin na mana ko 1 million ma ba zai kai ba. Yeah, ko 1 million. And so kuku kira ku nuna mana ra'ayinku me kuke gani game da wannan, domin cewa suna ganin ga 50 million ga an ya gina school da shi, ko kuwa an ya gina wani road da shi a ba al'umman kasa, ko kuwa an ya yi wani abu da al'umman kasa za su ci amfaninsa. 0553-683010 0553-683010. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Okay, so while muna na ta course na nashiwa mama suna ta drop ne, unfortunately. This is a throwback of 94 independence celebration da aka yi a shekara 1900 da watan 94, 1994. Gen Zs were not born at that time. Is right. I remember Ghana at 50 when some of us were on the field at that time. And Yanzu Ghana that's almost 20 years ago. Almost 20 years ago, the Muma Muki King grounds, Muna match. Yes. Is right. Salute.
And that's it for the Okaigwe sub-district. Having the Ayawasu group, Ayawasu sub-district. But now it's still the Okaigwe sub-district. They presented 6 contingents of 90 students each. We are still with the Okaigwe sub-district. As you can tell from the color of the lady's skirt and the gentleman's trousers, they are really looking smart. Look at the children, the way they are marching. There you see His Excellency, the President, Flight Lieutenant Rawlings, standing at attention as the march past continues. And now this is the beginning of the Ayawasu sub-district. This is the second group of schools. They are also presenting 6 contingents of 90 pupils per contingent. There you see the chairman of the Council of State, Alhaji Mumuni Baumia, clapping and enjoying everything there. These children have really rehearsed very well for this morning's activity. And the greatest blessing that they have had today is that the sun is not all that warm today. The weather is very, very cool, making it less difficult for them to stand in it and march. As you can see, none of them is really sweating because the weather is quite clement today. We are still with the Ayawaso sub-district. Accra girls, located on the Achimota Road at Mamobi. We saw a short while ago. They were established in 1960. And now St. Teresa's School, St. Teresa's. High School now. Accra High School. Looking so nice in their uniforms of white and black. Accra High School. Now we come to Accra Technical Training Center. They are located at Kokomlemle opposite the Challenge Bookshop. It was an international project established jointly by the governments of Canada and Ghana in 1966. Initially, it was jointly operated for 5 years by a team of Canadian technical assistants and Ghanaians trained in Canada. But the place was handed over by Canada to Ghana in 1972 and has since been operated by Ghana. Accra Training College. Come to St. Aquinas Secondary School, Cantonments, Accra. Established in 1952. That's interesting. The masqueraders are also here to add a touch of humor to what is taking place here this morning. Now you have the NCP group. NCP are here, the NDC are here, and so on. The EGLE are also here. Still with the NDC. Beautiful attire there by this woman. And now you have the EGLE party with a macho man leading. Probably he's trying to depict the fact that the EGLE is a very powerful group. Well, they all look so well built. I wonder whether they've been undergoing some special shoulder and arm exercises. They really look strong and muscular. It's really interesting, those who are forming this parade on behalf of the EGLE party. Very strong, muscular-looking men in the EGLE party group. Still with the NCP. They wouldn't be left out. And you can see the officers here really enjoying everything. As Mr. Tulasi of the State Protocol, Mr. Tulasi we saw a short while ago. That was Yangara Sasini Wadienche Washikbone.
School.
Coming up, association. The NCP are here, the NDC are here, and so on. The EGLE are also here. Still with the NDC. Beautiful attire there by this woman. And now you have the EGLE party with a macho man leading. Probably he's trying to depict the fact that the EGLE is a very powerful group. They all look so well built. I wonder whether they've been undergoing some special shoulder and arm exercises. They really look strong and muscular. It's really interesting, those who are forming this parade on behalf of the EGLE party. Very strong, muscular-looking men in the EGLE party group. Still with the NCP. They wouldn't be left out. And you can see the officers here really enjoying everything. As Mr. Tulasi of the State Protocol, Mr. Tulasi we saw a short while ago. Now we have some of the Disabled Christian Fellowship International in their wheelchairs. Another section of the Disabled Christian Fellowship International. They wouldn't be left out. And the parade taking place at the Independence Square in Accra to mark the 37th anniversary of Ghana's independence. And these cars are carrying the flags of the political parties. You can see the NDC one in front. Oh, the tallest bicycle in Ghana being ridden at the Independence Square. Sometimes I wonder how he manages to go on top of the bicycle. Very, very tall. Well. I don't know whether this is intentional. Well, but he has dramatized everything very nicely. I like the way he has dramatized it. He has made the fall part of everything, and that is ingenious indeed. As you listen to the music being provided by the masked band, it's not easy to tell that the music is coming from two separate masked bands, one formed by students and the other formed by... Now, the masked band that you saw a short while ago comprises the Ghana Armed Forces Band, the Ghana Police Service, the Ghana Prison Service, and the Fire Service Band. And now we come to another group, that is the Ablekuma Sub-District. Ablekuma Sub-District School.
A laborious task for them, and most of them here very focused on getting the goal right. The goal.
Presenting 90 pupils per contingent, and they have 6 contingents. Sub-metropolitan schools. Standing there, and the assignment on his shoulders is not an easy one. because he has to be standing like this till the parade is over, and that is no joke. We are still on the Ablekuma sub-district schools. Each sub-district is presenting 6 contingents, made up of 3 contingents of boys and 3 of girls. And each contingent is made up of 90 pupils. And now we come to another group, that is the Kweshi sub-district. The Ablekuma group moved rather fast. And now we come to the Kweshi district. Kweshi sub-district schools. There are 2 masked bands in attendance, and they have been interchanging between themselves from time to time to allow the other group to rest. The second masked band is made up of students from Koforidua Ghana Education Service. There you have them. These are all students, young students who have been rehearsing for this occasion for just a few months, 2.5 months or so. And when they are playing, it's difficult to tell that it's being played by young students. And look at their conductor. The conductor is not standing on that days because that is what has to be done. But he's so short that he had to do that so that the other members of the band can see him. Very young boy. Ended with the Kweshi sub-district schools, and we come to 5 garrison schools, Burma Camp. 5 garrison schools in Burma Camp. And they are also presented 6 contingents, 3 of girls and 3 of boys. 5 garrison schools on your screens at the moment. For most of these 5 garrison school children, marching is nothing new. Many of them have their fathers as soldiers, all their mothers are soldiers, and so marching is something very simple for them. They come from Burma Camp, 5 garrison schools, Burma Camp.
Okay, so 1994 kenan, that is just 2 years da kasar Ghana muka fara democracy, and da ka gani Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings of blessed memory, she the president at that time, and this is how, or this was how Independence Day celebration looks like at that time. And most of the people, that is like 33 years ago, Kena, this like 33 years ago kenan wannan time. So most of the people that kake gani cikin video na, man, should be people's grandfathers and mothers by now. Even the students nan da suke kananan nan da kake gani, someone who is 15 years then, 15 plus 33, kasan ba wasa bane. You're talking about almost 50 years kenan. Yeah, wani da yake yana 15 years, okay, plus 33, that's almost 50 years, 41 abu years kenan. So wanda ke 20 years kuma dai, by now the person is around ya ke ce mai kamar 53 years haka. Ya kasan baban wani ko kakan wani kenan a yanzu dai, ya wanda ke raye kenan. So that was Independence Day celebration in 1994, and mun san kamar I involved sosai har an zo an samu different. And you look at the video wanda aka yi a Aliyu Mahama Sports Stadium daga Tamale, that was 6 years ago, lokacin President Akufo-Addo. Zaka ga kama akwai wato bambanci sosai daga cikin wa'annan. Yeah, domin Akufo-Addo da ya zo, I remember the 60th anniversary an yi shi daga nan Accra, but an ga samu wasu dai shiri yawo ake yin. Just last year ma daga Takoradi Kufuriya aka yi, an yi wani Kumasi, an yi wani Tamale, an yi Kufuriya, ana ta yawo da shi region by region. Yeah, so those are some of the steps in there. We go for a short commercial break, and when we come back, mun zo mu tattauna kuma mu shiga cikin sauran harkoki na yau insha Allah. Ku dakace mu.
ولقد يسرنا القرآن للذكر فهل من مدكر.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala yana tambayar mu a cikin alkur'ani mai girma, walaqad yassarna alqur'ana lidhikr fahal min mudakkir. Hakikan mun sawwaka alkur'ani domin tunatarwa, shin akwai wanda dai tuna? A yanzu haka babu wanda ya san adadin mahaddatan alkur'ani a cikin shekara a duk fadin duniya. Saboda shi ku kasance tare da ni Amir Mukhtar a nan Baina TV a cikin wanga watan Ramadana mai albarka, kamar misali karfe 8:30 na dare, sa'annan kuma a maimaita karfe 3:30 na asuba, a yayin da nake tattaunawa da mahaddatan alkur'ani game da matsalolin